Disney board renews Bob Chapek as CEO. This is an article in the New York Times.
And Twitter goes wild.
Twitter goes crazy. The internet goes wild. I didn't realize how much hatred that Bob Chapek actually gets until I really scrolled on social media.
It is crazy how much hate Bob Chapek gets. Like, listen, I'm not defending the guy, and I'm not saying he's done the best job for us Disney fans.
Right.
But everything that's happened or has gone wrong or increased in price or been taken away from Disney, they blame Bob Chapek, even if it may not be his decision making. And like, he is the CEO, so I guess if you're the CEO of a company, every decision ultimately lands in your lap.
Right, so it is his decision.
You're right. You know what? We all hate Bob Chapek.
He's out.
Sorry. You know what? It is his fault.
Unfortunately, this means with his contract renewed that it means that Mr. Chapek, who took the helm of Disney in February 2020, could remain there until at least July 2025. The vote, Bruce, was unanimous.
I did read that the vote was unanimous, and I was kind of shocked that, you know what, with all the controversy that Disney's happened in, but the one thing that Disney has done is made money, even though 2020 happened and the park was closed for a long time. You know, they brought out Disney Plus. They've launched a lot of new shows on there. Their subscriber base was growing. So if you look at it from a financial perspective, he's done a good job as CEO. Now, as a fan, the things that he's taken away or been able to do to make the company money is not necessarily something that we all love.
Well, Wall Street said he has delivered results and exceeded their expectations financially. So Disney Plus is growing much faster than expected. They added nearly 20 million new subscribers and about 60% more than analysts had predicted.
Why do you think so many people subscribe to Disney Plus? Because there's a lot of streaming services out there. There's Netflix, there's Hulu, there's Amazon Prime. There's so many different streaming. It seems like every channel and every platform has their own streaming service now. So what do you think makes Disney successful?
I do think having the Disney archive and being able to dive deep into Disney, and for Disney fans like us, being able to go into the history of Disney and seeing all those things, I think very much helps. Plus, let's face it, one of the better movies have been like Marvel. And with so many theaters that closing around us, that's the only thing that we've got to do lately is stay at home and stream.
I do believe that that'll change because a lot more people are out traveling.
True.
And I think they just said in the news the other day that this was the most traveled week at the airports since before 2020.
Yeah.
So that may change. A lot of the streaming movies that have come out or the shows that have come out, you've already seen and watched, even if we find ourselves kind of saying, you know what, Disney Plus is great if you want to go watch something you've already watched.
That being said, I did love Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi was great. That was that was one we just talked about on a recent episode of the podcast, but that was great. Here's another thing. Let's go. You know what? Should we go over to Twitter to see what Twitter has to say about some of these things?
Yeah, I want to.
This could get ugly.
Oh, no.
So if you go over to Twitter, you type in Bob Chapek. Twitter does not like Bob Chapek. Okay. If there's one place that Bob Chapek should not go and read comments,
that platform in particular,
Twitter.
Okay.
Like, Bob, stay away from Twitter if you want to feel good about yourself.
Oh gosh.
So Grim Grinning Guy says 90% of WDW fans, Bob Chapek is destroying the company. They are so greedy. How can anyone afford to go anymore? Also, 90% of the fans. Of course, I'd like to renew my AP and buy the newest popcorn bucket and attend the newest upcharge event and purchase ILLs for everything. You know what? He's reading my mind.
Right? Did you be honest? Did you know what ILL stood for?
No, I still don't know what I just read it like that.
Okay.
What does it mean?
Individual lightning lanes. Oh. And I got to just Grim Grinning Guys. That sounds like a fun name. Okay.
Grim Grinning Guys. Follow us on Twitter over there.
Yeah.
The MCU, Disney. Oh, this is just talking about. So let's go to the latest because that's the top. So those are the top things. This one is where it could get ugly.
I don't go on Twitter really. That's all you're kind of doing. I mostly go on other platforms. So yeah. I haven't seen all this.
So Bob Chapek said Disney Parks and Experience narrative next month with new offering Inside the Magic says. Well, Inside the Magic's kind of not so magical. Let's read some more. What do we got here?
Okay. I'm impressed with all your reading, but you're scrolling a little too fast for me. My eyes can only absorb and look at so many things at once for my brain.
That is also true.
Comprehend.
The Walt Disney Company board of directors unanimously voted to extend Bob Chapek's contract. Yeah, we knew that.
What
Where is Bob Chapek's office? Is it in Orlando or is it in California?
if I had to guess, I would say in California. I think that's where the main offices are, right? Until they come over to Lake Nona in Florida. I'm not sure exactly what the status is on that development with Disney moving some of their primary offices from California to there.
Well, this is a fun account. Evil Bob Chapek.
Oh my
Evil
goodness.
CEO. These tweets are free
Wait,
for now.
the horns are epic.
That's amazing.
Okay, people have way too much time on their hands, but I'm not mad. It's funny.
This is actually the best profile ever.
Okay.
Evil CEO. These tweets are free.
For now.
For now.
Okay.
Let's see what he's saying.
This
Forecast.
says Disney
Board of
adult-
directors.
Oh no.
Disney adult media diss Twitter.
Okay. 3 more years.
yeah.
Boy.
No, I do not eat babies.
Oh boy. Okay.
This is
That's right.
well, this is the Disney stock. Disney stock used to be at about, I don't know, before I don't know how long ago it was, but it was way over $100 per share.
So it's continuously.
It's been down lately. It was under
Well,
$100 a share for a long time.
Aren't all stocks going down? So is that a fair assessment?
Probably not,
Okay.
because you're right. All stocks are going down.
I mean, I'm not into the stock market. This is what I hear. I hear rumblings. All right.
Oh, hold on. I'm reading this one.
Okay. Oh, there was a positive one. Scroll up.
This one?
It says Bob Chapek is so dreamy. His smile, his eyes, everything about him is so beautiful.
Says his wife.
He's the best CEO Disney has had in a while, and I just adore him. This is great.
Disney Becky.
I like that. I like positive thinking. You know
what? That is pretty positive. I
know?
like, you know what? You can't always say bad things about everybody.
I mean, at a certain point, does it become bullying too? You know, so I don't love the hate too much. I have a hard time with it.
All right. Well, here's another story.
Yes.
Speaking of Bob Chapek from the Wrap. I don't know
what source is this?
I don't know, but it says Abigail Disney poised to mount a shareholder battle over Disney CEO Bob Chapek's $32 million salary. Like $32 million salary is pretty good sized salary.
And a half. 32 million.
Yeah. Don't forget the $500,000. I forgot. You think to yourself half, but it's really 500 grand.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
Heiress moves comes 2 decades after her father, Roy E. Disney, led a proxy fight that ousted then CEO Michael Eisner, who people think is a great CEO. People often think of Michael Eisner as being really creative and backing the creative part of the growth of the company.
Well, he was the CEO. What was it? The 90s?
Yeah, he was kind of the person who
I remember
got Hollywood Studios going,
right?
And Animal Kingdom.
And he had he got Disney and George Lucas.
Yes.
And Star Tours.
He had a co-CEO with him though, and they often said that he was the more creative part of the CEO office, whereas the other guy was more of the business guy.
Wait, they could be a co-CEO?
They were kind of working together. I don't know if they were necessarily a co-CEO, like if that was the term.
Okay, you just made that up.
But they were working together, and the other gentleman was more of a behind-the-scenes business type of guy. And Michael Eisner was the one who was the creative driving force.
It's like you and me.
Exactly. Wait, which part am I?
I don't know. I don't want to comment.
No.
Okay.
Well, she's trying to get back some of that $32 million salary.
Nice.
So I don't know if it's going to be successful, but the one thing you never really hear about the Disney company is the family members of Disney anymore.
That's a really good point. You're right.
You know, I don't know what her role is in the company. Maybe I should, but I don't.
True.
But you never hear about anybody with the last name Disney in the news or on Twitter, or hear anything about what they have to say or think about the direction of the company.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
Maybe they were. I'm envisioning like a.
Well, you do now. You heard about Abigail.
Well, you know how it's like you get like a mom and pop pizza shop, right? I'm trying to speak in your terms here, where they start to want to become less and less talking about mamas in the back making meatballs and more about we're professional. You know, we have this streamline, and that's maybe the direction Disney went.
Yeah.
Instead of it being like family and stuff. And so, but I feel like everybody needs your local mom and pop pizza shop.
They definitely have to go back to that mom and pop pizza shop feel, because that's what got Disney to be Disney.
Well, I remember back before if you read about the Disney history, before Disney's employees went on strike, I remember this relationship sort of changed in Walt Disney's eyes. There's many articles written about it, about how he was affected personally with that whole situation, because he really truly felt like people were going behind his back.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's business at the end of the day. So
That's true.
you
So
got to take care of yourself.
we'll
But
see how this all plays out. We'll keep you updated with the Abigail Disney story, and we got 3 more years of Bob now.
that's right.
We got
Well,
3 more years of people complaining about
hey,
Bob and pricing and
listen, it's the key to life here, you guys.
ILLs.
Wait a minute. Are we saying that keep your low expectations?
I always say keep your expectations
So
low. My expectations couldn't get any lower.
it is truly the key to everything. So you know what? Maybe it'll all
So what you're
surprise
saying is
us.
if we expect the next 3 years to be upcharged everything,
Yeah.
everything taking away, and it's going to
Uh-huh.
be terrible, if we expect that,
You'll be pleasantly surprised.
maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. All right, hit that subscribe button. Follow us here on YouTube. We'll share more of these videos. We're going to do more of videos about not just Disney, but Universal, movies, Stranger Things even. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.